Steelers and Patriots. You said the Cowboys, Eagles have a high total. This one has a total of 30, the lowest total in an NFL game since December 11th in 2005. That was Steelers Bears, and the total pushed, whether you bet the over or under, Pittsburgh winning the game by 12, 21-9. Willie Parker led the Pittsburgh Steelers in receiving yards. Mo, I'm going to give you one guess on who led the Bears in receiving yards in that game.
I got nothing. I cannot recall a Bears receiver from that time period.
Well, it was Musa Muhammad. Whether you went Bernard, if you had thrown out Bernard Berry, I would have given you some props. But Musa Muhammad put up, I think, 90-plus yards for the Bears. Kyle Orton was under center for Chicago, and that pretty much tells you all you need to know about why that total was as low as it was. Not that Rex Grossman would have provided any sort of a bump, but this total actually is also tied for the lowest total in the NFL since December 1993. And Mrs. Doubtfire was at the top of the box office that year. Just for context, I would probably rather watch Mrs. Doubtfire than bet on this game, watch Thursday Night Football, have anything to do with Mitch Trubisky against a decent defense, and also have any stock in Bailey Zappi, even if you want to stomach a Patriots bet. The Patriots lost 6-0 to the Chargers on Sunday and didn't cover as 4.5-point home dogs. As a result, Pats were actually +6 throughout the week, so you would have pushed. Not that that would have been any fun either, to watch New England and your +6 bet wind up doing nothing for you after watching.
That might have been the worst game of the year.
Might have been the worst game in a long time in the NFL, especially considering what the Chargers have offensively. But over the last 3 games, New England ranks 3rd in EPA per play, or actually EPA per drive allowed, and 2nd in success rate allowed. And they haven't given up more than 10 points in a single game over that 3-game stretch. They're the first team to accomplish the latter, so allowing fewer than 10 points in a single game over a 3-game span since the 1938 Chicago Cardinals. So are you with me on watching Mrs. Doubtfire over Thursday Night Football, Mo?
I would say, yeah. I'm a fan of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Robin Williams. You'd rather watch an entertaining Robin Williams film than watch Mitch Trubisky lay 6 points like he did in a playoff game against Nick Foles and the Philadelphia Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champs in 2018, I think, when the Bears won the division. Matt Nagy was the Bears head coach. How do you feel about Matt Nagy as the Chiefs offensive coordinator and the way Patrick Mahomes and this offense has looked? Not that it isn't the Chiefs receiving core and what they have accomplished or lack thereof so far this season, leading the league in drops, and Sky Moore seemingly quitting on his route against the Packers. But I digress. This is going to be a horrible game, and there's no reason to bet this game, right?
I don't know. Is there? I kind of want to like the Steelers, but dude, I have to admit, I did a double take when I saw this total. I was like, no way is this right. I literally went to I was like, we have to have made a mistake here. 30.5? I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to honestly bet the over on principle too, but I wonder if last week was like New England's last competitive gasp. Their defense did great work, and it just did not matter. I mean, they just don't have a functional passing offense. I mean, they have a bad quarterback, and in this spot, they have a bad quarterback who has absolutely no arm playing on the road against a solid defense. I don't know. I kind of feel like this line on like the quality of the teams should be higher, but at the same time, when the total is 30.5 and it's a bad quarterback on the other side, you just don't want to end up sitting there staring at the screen knowing you laid 6 and the score is like 13-10 in the fourth quarter, and you just know you have no chance of covering barring like a defensive score. You know, like, I don't know. Pickett to Trubisky, I don't think that can possibly matter, to be honest, as bad as Pickett has been. But honestly, both teams probably performed a bit better than their final scores this week indicated. Like you touched on, the Chargers did a fine, or the Patriots did a fine job on defense. And then, dude, the Steelers, I was looking at that box score, and I have no idea how they lost by double digits or whatever. I think that was 24-10. I don't know how they lost by double digits to the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals basically did not have a good game at all. So I know they had the one turnover on downs on the one. That was obviously big. Those kind of things, like you touched on with Dallas and the Philly game, that wasn't even on the one where they turned it over. That was literally like, if the dude runs his route 3 inches farther into the end zone, Dallas scores a touchdown, and it's a completely different ball game probably. So, yeah, I think they both are maybe a little better than they played this weekend, but you can't lay 6 with a bad quarterback. But, dude, the Patriots team total is literally like 11. Like, this is disgusting. I mean, this is going to be a tough one to watch.
Yeah, I'm not watching it. Maybe I'll bait myself into watching it by throwing some small bet on a team total, like you said, or something like that. We obviously don't have any sort of Iowa team total first half, and that one didn't hit. Sorry that you had to put yourself through that, Mo, against Michigan.
Dude, when they got to the 30-yard line, I was like, all right, we're good. 3 halfback dives, kick a field goal. I knew their field goal kicker was good because he hit like a 50-yarder or something against Nebraska at the buzzer, and he had like, it wasn't like a fluke. He had good numbers on the year. So I knew they had a good kicker. So I knew they were in field goal range if they just didn't do anything stupid. And of course, Big Ten West offense, they immediately did something stupid. So unsurprising really, but yeah, this one will be tough. If you made me bet this game, I would probably bet over 30.5. I mean, these teams and these quarterbacks, you can't trust them not to turn it over. I mean, we could see some short fields here. People don't think about that a lot with these totals and these bad quarterbacks. They think bad quarterbacks automatically mean no points are going to be scored. But we could see some turnovers and some short fields here. And especially you have a guy like Bailey Zappi who he has no zip on the ball whatsoever. And he's going to have TJ Watt bearing down on him. I don't know, man. This Patriots offense, I put the Patriots 32 out of 32 on my power rank this week. They might be the worst team in the NFL. This offense is as bad as it gets.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'll typically fill those out on Tuesdays, but once we get a Monday night result, I have no interest in betting this game. I have no interest in one of the lowest offensive ceilings and lowest offensive floors in the NFL. And to your point, that could certainly lead to a defensive score or at least short field. So I am not betting this game and hopefully not going to put myself through watching a minute of it.